Hi YouTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you. As part of a collaboration. I know, another collaboration, right? But you know I'm a sucker for them. This one is by my friend Misty over at Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, and she started the Snacks of Summer collaboration. During this time of year, a lot of people just have different foods during the summer than they would have the rest of the year because of what's available or the things that are going on, like barbecues and things like that. Well, we're still going to be wanting to have the barbecues, even if we're not having the whole neighborhood over this year. So I spent a lot of time thinking about what I wanted to make, and the problem is my barbecue stuff, while it's good, it's not really anything special to share. And the stuff that is special, I'm not really making right now, or eating right now, because I joined the Big Bear and Broussard Homestead Weight Loss Challenge collaboration. So I spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I came up with a solution of making a sugar-free version of a dessert that I already make. This one is blackberry crisp, and instead of sugar, I'm using monk fruit, which actually my friend Carol at A Fishes and Loaves Life sent me a bag of that when she found out I was doing the weight loss challenge. And I had never heard of it before, and I really liked it. It doesn't have that chemical aftertaste. It's sweet, it's good, with none of the chemical garbage. So I finished all of what she sent me, and I was looking for a replacement. I couldn't find the same brand, but this is the same thing, just a different brand, and this one I could actually pick up locally. So that's what I'm using instead of sugar for this. So since I'm doing the weight loss version of a recipe for Mama Z's collaboration, I'm also posting this with my weight loss challenge update. So I'll be talking about that while I'm doing this recipe. But first, let's get started on the recipe. So first, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of the monk fruit, a teaspoon of cornstarch, a teaspoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of water. Mix this up a little bit before we add our blackberries. Now I have fresh blackberries, but you could use frozen. You might want to thaw them out first though. And just mix this up. Try and get the clumps from the cornstarch out of there. Alright. Now I have 1 pint of fresh blackberries. Oh, sounds like the rain finally came outside. I actually prefer to crush up my berries. I'm just using a potato masher to crush them up. So, just a little bit more mix, and I'm just using a pie plate to put it in. It's a small amount of dessert. I have an army that I feed, but this is a diet dessert, so I'm not so much worried about feeding everybody this. So this is going to sit, and then we're going to start on our dry ingredients. I have 5 tablespoons of cold butter cut up into cubes, a 1/4 cup of the monk fruit, almost a cup of oatmeal. I use old-fashioned oats, a 1/2 cup of flour. Now, if you're trying to cut gluten out of your diet as well, I suppose you could use like arrowroot or coconut flour, one of those substitutes. And this is 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I'm going to have just a sprinkle of nutmeg. Not enough to really worry about measuring it. And then we mix this until crumbly. Well, that is about as much as a spatula can do, so I'm mixing it and crumbling it with my hands. Not my favorite thing in the world, but I figured this would be a great time to talk to you about the actual weight loss updates, because this is weigh-in day. This week I have lost 0.2 pounds. Not great, but it's still a loss. I've tried to examine what was different about last week than the week before when I lost 4 pounds. And we had a lot of rain, so I wasn't outside, so I wasn't doing as much physical activity. And it was also not very hot, so I wasn't drinking as much water. And fell back into my normal routine of almost dehydration. Don't drink enough water. I never have, so it's really hard to make it a habit to drink water because I'm just not that thirsty most of the time. So anyway, that's my goal for this week, is to stay hydrated. Definitely stay hydrated and stick with the sugar-free options because, well, the kids had cookies last week too, and I'm a sucker for cookies. That is my update on the weight loss challenge. Still a loss. It's still a loss, but gonna have to work harder this week. And this is crumbled up, ready to go. My oven has been preheating at 375 degrees, and now we need to get this on top of the fruit. So the berries have been sitting during this, and now we're just gonna crumble on top. Might be a little bit much crumble for the berries, but it's still going to be delicious. And now it's going in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now I've got to wait till it cools off before I can try some. It smells so good. Kids keep coming in here going, it smells so good. I haven't even made dinner yet, so it's not dessert time, but I have to try. It has cooled off for a few minutes. It's very good. I like it. Now you could put ice cream or whipped cream or something like that on top, but it's good all by itself. So thanks for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, life's an adventure. Thanks for joining me in mine.
God bless. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.